About 2 years ago, I made a video called Pro Recording on a 4-track recorder. In this video, I made a recording on the Fostex 260 4-track recorder, and I got f***ing roasted in the comments. So first off, I'd like to formally apologize to those of you whose day I ruined, especially those of you who were hurt so deeply that they felt the need to write a paragraph comment explaining how to use proper mic technique. And secondly, I'd like to let you know that I actually have the right cassette tape this time. This is High Bias Type 2. Real deal cassette. Bought it on eBay. Cost me $20. Hope it sounds better than the other one. What's up, nerds? My name's Cory Bergeron. You are watching Cory Bergeron Recordings, and we are back with a brand new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be making a recording on the Fostex 260, which is a 4-track cassette recorder. As I just mentioned, I'm going to be using the Type 2 high bias cassette tape. I read on the internet that the difference between Type 1 and Type 2 cassettes is that Type 2 has an extended frequency range, as well as it has a lower noise floor. I'm going to be recording my friend Brian Stevenson play an acoustic live performance rendition of one of his band's songs. In addition to the audio recording, I'm actually going to be filming some of it with my camera, put the two pieces together, and they are going to have some content for their YouTube channel. The reason why I'm using the Fostex 260 versus recording it digitally is because it's going to be a live performance, and I think that recording it on the Fostex is going to add a charm to the entire experience. I'm very familiar with Brian and his band Old James, and I know that he's very capable of nailing a one-take full performance, and I kind of like the idea of recording to cassette as it changes the musician's mindset because they know they have to nail it in one take and there's no overdubs. As well as if there are any sonic artifacts or there's any noise from recording to the cassette, we'll fully embrace them because I think that will also add to the one-take performance vibe. So we decided that we're going to record this in my living room, so let me give you a quick look at where we are recording. Alright, so I'm in my living room and this is where we're going to be doing the recording. So if I spin around here, you can see the mess of a living room. But all that really matters is that that part over there looks nice because that is the set. So let me run you through the signal flow. So we have the two microphones. We have a Shure SM7B and this little pencil down here. This is an AKG 480B, acoustic guitar and vocal. They are running over here to the Focusrite into channels 1 and 2. That's going inside Pro Tools. I am processing them in a little bit. Then we're going out of the Focusrite interface into track 1 and 2. And then that's being recorded to our Type 2 cassette tape. And then from there, I'm going to take the signal, put it back into the computer, and that is how you are going to hear it. So before you get really upset, the reason why I'm going from the microphones into the Scarlett, then into Pro Tools, then into the cassette recorder is because I want to get maximum signal from the preamps in the Scarlett, and then I want to compress the vocals to minimize the dynamic range before hitting the cassette so I can hit it at a consistent level so I can minimize the amount of noise floor introduced into the tracks. Now ideally I'd be using an analog compressor, but because of this whole COVID-19 thing, I don't have access to the studio, so I can't get my hands on any cool analog compressors, so this will have to do. So with that all being said, let's go ahead and record the track, and then I will dump that into Pro Tools after we're done, and I'll give you a quick peek around. So here is the track that we are recording.
Egos inflammate a built-on world, yeah. It's time to take it back and save it from disaster, from the dogs of war, yeah. In this era, it's getting clearer. Fear is their muzzle, yeah. Act as one, no slave, no master. Now you know.
Alright, so in front of me I have a Pro Tools session, and in this Pro Tools session is what Brian recorded onto the Fostex 260. So we have a vocal track and an acoustic track, as you can see. And what I want to point out really quickly here is look at the dynamic range of the vocals. So we got these quiet parts, and then we got these loud parts. If I did not compress the vocal on the way in, these quiet parts would be even quieter, and these loud parts might even be clipping. So that is another reason why I did it, and you can see the same thing on the acoustic. So right off the bat, let's just listen to it without any processing. So this is what it sounded like going into the cassette recorder.
time to take it back and save it from disaster. From the dogs of war, yeah, this era, it's getting clearer. Fear is their muzzle, yeah, act as one, no slave, no master.
So it sounds pretty good. It sounds very clean. Doesn't sound like there's an insane amount of tape hiss or anything like that that would ruin the recording. Let's play a little bit of the back half where it gets really loud. So again, no processing. This is the back half.
No pressure, no diamonds, universal law. Positive action, appreciate all.
Cool. So again, sounds good. So let's talk about the processing that I did do. One thing is I wanted to control the dynamics a little bit more. I wanted to add a little bit of a vibe, so I added some slapback delay across everything. And then I also wanted to get the volume up, so it kind of isn't as competitive as a commercial track, but it's just an appropriate volume, so anybody that clicks on the video or listens to this doesn't have to keep adjusting their headphones. So on the vocals, we have a bit of an EQ and a compressor. This is a multi-band compressor, but it's only one band, so I have this just working on the low mid-range just to keep it tucked in. If the performer is moving around a lot while they're playing, you can hear a lot of the proximity effect, and then as they get away from it, you don't hear the proximity effect. So this is just like an easy way to clamp down on those low mid frequencies to make sure they stay consistent throughout the track. A little bit of de-essing, it's not doing very much. And then this is what I'm using for slapback, and this is just like a Space Echo plugin. It's really cheap, it sounds good, and I've been using this for a while. So let me just play the vocal now. Just the vocal.
As above, so below, we fill their pockets, man. Psychophantic fear-mongers lead our world, yeah. Action manifests reality. Define your reason, man.
You can hear that I'm doing a healthy amount of compression on the voice, but it's not bringing up the noise floor, which is good. So let's talk about the acoustic guitar. I used a compressor and an EQ on the acoustic guitar, similar to the voice, and then I clamped down on some of the upper mids, as well as some of the low mids. Did a little bit of filtering off some of the low rumbly stuff. Brian was tapping his foot while he was playing, so he was kind of moving the mic stand, and there was some ugly stuff happening down there. And then the same outer space slapback, vintage slapback preset to add the same kind of atmosphere and texture. Then on the master bus, we have compression, more compression, and a little bit of limiting to make it sound like a modern recording. So let's hear what it all sounds like together.
As above, so below, we fill their pockets, man. Psychophantic fear-mongers lead our world, yeah. Action manifests reality. Define your reason, man. Humanity is beckoning retrograde, yeah. Let it be known.
So there it is. That is the Pro Tools session. Very simple. And yeah, back to the video. Okay, so there it is. That is how we did a live recording using the Fostex 260, 2 microphones. We went from the microphones into the Scarlett, into Pro Tools, out of Pro Tools, into the cassette recorder, recorded a live performance, took it out of the cassette recorder, went back into Pro Tools, manipulated it a bit, and then put it on the internet. A little unconventional, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Also, glad that this thing worked out and was worth the $20 investment. There was minimal noise on the recording, which is great, and the noise that was there I think adds to the charm of the whole thing, so that's cool. So that's basically it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. I have a Discord where you can talk about audio stuff or Locket related things, so make sure to join that and you can talk to me directly there. And I think that's basically everything I want to plug, so thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Create more, create more, create more.